A hot topic going around has been mini LED versus OLED, and today as scientists we're going to finally settle that debate.
We have two monitors, one's an OLED, one's a mini LED, but we also added an extra twist to see if people around Toasty Bros and PC Bros HQ can pick which one they prefer, and we'll dive into the scientific experiments after a word from today's sponsor.
Whether you want to buy some cool new tech, upgrade your gaming setup, or get a brand new gaming PC, now's the time to do it with today's video sponsor, Newegg, and their Fantastic Sale. Right now, Newegg is running their Fantastic Sale, and there are tons of amazing deals going on. Every day brings something new, with rotating flash deals, exclusive Newegg combos, and limited time bundles. You want to check back often to catch the best prices before they're gone. Quantities are limited, and things sell out fast. I've been on the lookout for a new motherboard for my upcoming PC build, so one deal that stood out to me is this MSI Mag X870 Tomahawk for just $209. This is an awesome higher-end AM5 board with amazing heat sinks, PCIe 5, 14 duet rail power system, and more. And if you're looking for something a little more budget friendly, there's also an ASRock B650M Pro RS on sale for just $99. Whether you're a gamer, creator, or IT pro, this is your best chance to upgrade your setup and save big on the brands you trust. Be sure to check out the links description down below to browse Newegg and their Fantastic Sale. Big thanks to Newegg for sponsoring today's video. Now, let's get back to it.
So in front of us we got two gaming monitors. We have our trusty reliable test bench monitor, which this right here is a KTC mini LED that can actually do 4K. It's dual mode as well, so it can also do 1080p at a really high refresh rate, 320 Hz. And then we have an OLED over here, which you guys know, OLED, we get those nice contrasty colors, but it does come at a cost.
And that is a lower resolution. So what we have right here is a 1440p panel that comes in around the price point of $500 to $400. I will say this INNOCN panel we are using today is the monitor I use on my setup here, and the reason I use it because, well, it was convenient and it was here. It is a bit more expensive than average QD-OLED panels you can get right now from other name brands, so we are going to use this as the basis for comparison. It is $500, but on average $400, but you can really use the current OLED market as your guide because there's so many options that are very similar to this that sometimes are even cheaper, $350 on average. Now the mini LED monitor comes in at $400 on average, so if we are factoring in when they're both around the same price with discounts and stuff, we do have a true apples to apples comparison, but the biggest thing is you actually are getting a higher resolution monitor for cheaper, which normally isn't the case. So with the resolution in this experiment win over the actual panel type, well, that's how we're going to do our scientific experiment. We're going to have a gameplay running on both of these monitors. Well, we're actually having it running one at a time so we can properly swap between the two and have them run at their proper resolution and refresh rate and have them test in-game what they think about the experience. A very general question: which monitor would you pick? And see what the average consensus ends up being. I'm really curious to see, what do you think is going to be the consensus?
People are probably going to pick OLED because the really, low dark areas and the really bright and vibrant areas just cause people to generally gravitate towards OLED. Obviously, if price comes into play, which typically we know OLED on the market is typically the most expensive panel. Mini LED is usually second most expensive. Then obviously you have your typical LCD panels. So I think people are mostly going to pick the OLED. I'll be shocked if anybody actually picks the mini LED, but we'll see.
Ooh, interesting, because it's going to be interesting. When you have a higher resolution at 4K, in theory, the sharpness is higher on this panel, but will the panel type of the OLED sway people to go 1440p at a lower resolution? Well, we are using a pretty nice PC to power this. We are using RTX 5090 with the 9850X3D, so pretty high-end system, so we don't have any frame rate issues. We'll have no FPS details on either monitor while people are testing it. They'll just feel the refresh rate that each monitor outputs. And for local dimming, because that is very important with mini LED, we have this set on the normal local dimming mode. So that's mini LED's way of basically acting like an OLED, where it adjusts certain levels to where you can actually have the dark levels that are somewhat similar to OLED, but are normally just a little bit off from that. So we are setting it to normal. It is on, don't worry, because I know that's a problem we've had in previous mini LED videos. Let's not waste any more time and dive into the experiment. All right, McAllister, the question is very simple. We have two monitors right here, and you're just going to tell us which one you like better. Which one would you take home?
Oh, sweet.
Is it the one,
is it the one that I can see or the one that I can't?
We will have to swap between them separately, and you'll understand later on why, but really it's just, which one do you like better?
Yeah, I mean, I don't play this game. The finals always looks nice. Ooh, I love scopes that are feel like they're in game. That's always way cooler. I mean, this feels good. I don't know what I'd describe it as, but I mean, I would assume, I'll make some assumptions for things I know. It's not 30 FPS. I would recognize that, I feel like.
That's a great start.
Well, yeah, I feel like that's the one that I do know. I play Bloodborne on the PS5 and it's only on 30, and that actually irritates me. So
he has standards.
He has standards.
I want to say that it's at least 60. Then at that point, it could be above that, and I wouldn't recognize. I definitely can't tell by sight above 60. All I know is whether at some point if I'd play it or not, and I would play on this. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else that I would learn by
just try to remember, everything.
Right, turn around for a second.
Turn around. I would just assume, are these different sizes up front? Like
Same size.
Should be
Should be
same size.
27
basically.
inch.
Something about this feels smaller. Maybe it's the bezel-less versus like seeing the white border makes you think that I'm actually locked in. But other than that, I mean, I don't know. I think this one, to me, is on a different profile of like colors. Something about it feels different, but I couldn't tell you what.
Do you feel like you like it more or less?
I like it less, but I don't know why. And I don't really like, I couldn't put my finger on it because it comes down like, when you watch like an old any show set in Miami, it's like all really orange. And that's like, they did that on purpose. I feel like something's here. Like I wouldn't be too shocked to find out like there's similar monitors, if not the same one, like with like a different color profile, like on Vivid versus Game versus Cool. It feels more like that than it does like FPS.
So as of right now, you're saying right monitor, you feel like you like the left.
I like
one a
this
little
one.
more.
If I was taking one home, I'd take this one home. But I don't see any problems with this monitor. If it was like, oh, I could buy this one and my friend could get started, then I just give him this one, but I would keep this one.
Do you want to give a guess? I guess because we're pretty much
We're just I mean,
do you
based
wanna
on
give a guess on what you think the differences are.
I would be curious, and I don't think you've done this video, but I'd be curious if maybe you just change the profiles. But I noticed here the logos are different. That's not, who is this?
KTC.
KTC. I would assume maybe the what's going on here is same price, different brands. Like for the same like sort of, KTC is usually pretty budget, I feel like, but they have some good high-end stuff for good prices, it feels like. INNOCN, I don't feel like I hear their name as often, but is this one not OLED?
Oh, that's a good twist because this one is OLED, and the one that you preferred is actually a mini LED monitor. So these are the two different things. Is this is an OLED monitor?
Yeah, actually.
You know what's funny? I just thought about his new TV's mini LED.
It is mini LED.
He maybe prefers that color profile.
Yeah, I don't know what it is about it that I usually like. I never had a preference between OLED or not by any means, but I just think that when it comes to OLED, when I worked at Apple, I would do like a few tests to show people OLED, and I thought it was neat, but I never thought someone should buy the phone for that. It's just a cool feature, but I guess whatever MiniLED's doing, or QLED, or whichever
Mini
one,
LED over there.
I think whatever Mini LED is doing, I have to just assume I like it more because that TV I got at home is that, and I like it. There's like always going to be quirks with any one, but I think I like that one more.
And the important thing too is they're different resolutions. The one on the left is actually a higher resolution, but it's mini LED, so it's 4K on the left side.
Ooh,
and then this one's 1440p, but they're similarly priced. The OLED is just more premium because OLED monitors are typically a little more expensive, but the resolution is lower because of that. So you could have just favored the resolution.
I think that feels like, because something was different, I didn't know what. When I immediately saw this one, the gun looked different than me. Maybe you're turning me into an enthusiast, and I hate that. I hate that. I'm like, now I have a preference, and I don't want to know that about myself. Because now if I don't buy it, I'll be like, why am I denying?
All right, good start, good start. All right, Zach, so the question is very simple for this test. Which monitor, if you were able to take one home today, which one would you take? That's all we're giving you.
First off, it looks pretty. It's very bright. The whites are a little overexposed, but that could just be the game. I don't really know if like they just have it like
blown out
on purpose. But I mean, yeah, it's smooth. I don't notice any like screen tearing. It feels like a good refresh rate. It's pretty.
Okay, you ready to go to the next one?
Sure.
All right.
Ooh, I already don't like this one more because it's on my right side and I have a bad right eye.
Okay, well, you know what?
We didn't think about this variable.
Observations. I see the finals firing range.
Okay, all right.
It feels also smooth. I feel like the best test is always vegetation.
I will say something that Mikhail brought that we feel like is important to mention. This isn't like a test to kind of trick you. This is genuinely like a preference thing. Like we're not really like hiding anything for the fact. It's just kind of a blind way to see which one you like better.
Yeah, blindly. I'm blind in one eye. And I think they both feel smooth to play on. Visually, they both feel and look good. I can't tell you. The thing I don't like about side-by-side tests is like, I already kind of forgot what this one looks like. I have a peanut brain. I forget things very quickly.
I'll swap back, buddy, when we swap back.
But then I'm going to have to turn around. I'm just going to forget again.
That's true.
But they both look good. I would be happy gaming on either one of these. Looking at the finals right here, I feel like this just is the finals art style. It looks good. It feels responsive. The refresh rate feels good.
If you, I guess so. The last question before we kind of ask one more. Well, we ask what you think's the difference. Which one would you take home?
For a stupid reason, I'm taking this one home because it's black. I like both of them equally.
Okay.
But I feel like this panel,
like the monitor,
the monitor is black and matches my setup better.
Do you have?
They felt the same. They looked the same to me from my peanut memorization.
He's taking KTC home.
I'm taking KTC home.
Can you
Key to combat, baby?
Yeah.
Do you know any? Can you guess what even the test is, or any differences, or?
I can't. I honestly have no. If looking at pure monitor, I would assume it's something like resolution or refresh rate.
Okay.
Maybe one's being upscaled in monitor.
Okay.
Because I know that's something that's kind of newer. Some monitors have built-in upscaling. I haven't noticed anything that's like glaring.
All right, so the one on your right side is an OLED, and it's a 1440p, very typical OLED specs, right? Like high refresh rate, 240 hertz,
So it's actually
1440p.
280.
Oh, is it 280?
Yeah.
Okay, 280 hertz. That one, the KTC on your left, is mini LED, and it's actually 4K. And it's, I guess at 4K, it's running at what hertz?
It'd be running at 160 hertz.
160 hertz.
160.
So you're kind of getting a trade-off there, you know, because one's OLED, which is typically the top dog. But so far, you and McAllister actually both. I mean, your reasoning made sense.
Yeah,
but-
for me, anything past 160 hertz, I've said this before, I don't really notice a difference. Like between 160 and 240, me personally, I don't see a difference. If it's getting 160, that's what I typically aim for. And then
Biggest thing is the resolution
Yes.
jump, because you're going for 1440p 4K, but you're getting arguably a lesser panel type with the 1440p versus actually the 1440p is the better panel type versus the 4K one, which is technically not as good as OLED, but
I use OLED at home, and when I switched from my IPS panel to OLED, I noticed a difference between OLED and mini LED. If they're on side by side, I'm sure if I was looking for differences, I could notice it. But going from memory from one to the other, I didn't notice anything.
Okay.
Maybe that says more about me than the panel itself, but I didn't notice.
cool. You're just going to have two monitors. What fell? What was that?
That was Jonah clapping.
Oh, that's Jonah's ass. The question is, which monitor, if you were given the opportunity to take home with you, which one would you take? Simple question. We're going to go back and forth between the two. We won't be able to have them plugged up side by side at the same time. You'll realize why later. But we're just going to have you game on them and just give your impressions of colors, detail, everything.
Are we not going to know?
No specs.
No specs.
No specs,
No,
no price,
and,
no detail.
This one isn't like some of the other ones we've done where we're kind of like tricking you, you know, to see like, oh, people don't know. This is actually like a genuine, just which one do you prefer? Because there's some differences here, but we're not going to tell you till the end. And also, just what's some observations, I guess, as you play on this one and then the other one? How does it make you
It
feel?
looks really good. Looks excellent. Feels smooth. Feels really smooth. Looks really good. Any monitor today, to me, looks excellent.
Any
I
of the
feel-
modern ones, yeah.
Any of the modern ones, even the cheaper side OLED monitors look excellent. So I mean, this feels great. This looks great. Obviously, I would have no issues playing on this. Editing, it would look awesome. So I mean, it's great to me. It looks fantastic.
right.
It feels awesome.
All right, let's swap.
All right, same thing. Just give us some observations, play around, and
I think right off the bat, this doesn't look as good to me.
why do you think it doesn't look as good?
Yeah, what is the first thing that pops out to you?
Maybe it was where I was seeing it. I don't know. Does it? It looks darker. Does it look darker to me? It still feels great to me though. Like I couldn't tell you the hertz difference.
Okay.
I know
Okay.
it's high refresh rate. It's got to be. Now granted, I don't play the finals enough to know exactly, but I feel like they're both OLED, but I could be wrong.
Okay.
Obviously, I feel like they're both OLED, higher refresh rate, but I do feel like one is more expensive than the other.
I think they're basically the same, right? Or
They're basically, yeah.
I feel like this is the better monitor though.
Okay, so you're
Okay.
pointing at the
That's
KTC.
my-
which is that the one you're taking home?
That would be the one I
KTC?
would take home.
Okay,
Yes.
so the experiment it's actually interesting. So the one that's plugged in right now is an INNOCN 1440p 280 hertz OLED panel. The KTC is actually a 4K 160 hertz mini LED panel.
Really?
So, but the thing is, they're both very similarly priced. So you could obviously get mini LED, which some people argue is not as good as OLED. You get one of those, but you get 4K, and also that one is dual mode. That's something I haven't been mentioning. You can swap between that and 1080p 300 hertz if you really want super high refresh rate.
Yeah.
But this one is an OLED panel that everyone hypes on really wants, but it's a lower resolution.
I mean, in my opinion, they both look excellent. Like I said, but yeah, I did notice. Felt like this one did look a little bit better.
Okay.
So
Nice.
yeah, that's the one I picked.
Cool.
Resolution's winning.
Resolution is winning over panel type.
Has other people done that?
Every single
Everyone
person
has done
said-
that before.
Which I made the bold claim at the beginning. I said everyone's going to just choose the OLED. All right, Andrew, we have pulled you in today because we got two monitors. You're going to look at them one at a time. And you're just going to kind of give some observations about like how you feel about the monitor.
Just kind of give some observations of what you see.
It is very clear.
Oh, we're in the practice range too long.
What? Jonah, you like this game?
You get kicked from practice range?
That's crazy how shiny this floor is. Yeah, this is really clear. I like this. I'm gonna take it home.
She already wants to take the first one home. She hasn't seen the second one yet.
Put this in the back of my car.
Come on back in. We now have the other monitor plugged up.
I think this one is better.
Okay.
I can look at the plants and they're much clearer.
Okay.
Yeah, that is insane.
Any other observation differences or anything?
I think this one's more vibrant.
Okay.
Could just be me though. Oh, and this is more shiny. Look at that. I'm used to working on what is mine, a 60 hertz?
Yeah, as I was saying, she helps basically run PC Bros, and I think she's still using a 60 hertz monitor. Is that a sin? Maybe. So if you had to pick one of the monitors to take home with you today, don't worry about price, specs, any of that. Which one do you like the best?
This one.
Okay.
Really?
All right. Well, that's actually the first time this one said that, which is surprising throughout this whole video. So the one you're on right now is 1440p, but it's a 280 hertz OLED monitor. So it's normally a little bit of a higher end monitor, but the one that you didn't pick is actually a 4K monitor. So it's higher resolution, but it uses a different panel type called MiniLED, which is known to be not as good as OLED, but somewhat better. But basically what you're getting for the same price is slightly less resolution on this one, but OLED typically has more vibrance, the colors are a little bit better.
You're the only one to actually point that out. Everyone else has chosen the mini LED probably for the sharpness difference. She's a color queen.
She's a color queen. She's the one that probably the people in the comments are gonna be like, wow, somebody actually picked the OLED in this one. They're gonna be supporting you for this one. And now she's gone. Yeah, you're good.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
that was
it.
a very silent walk-off.
Thanks,
Very silent walk-off. But hey, the experiment, very interesting. I mean, we only had one person basically say, hey, OLED is the one that I would go with, while others were choosing the 4K mini LED. So very interesting. Let's wrap our thoughts together and conclude this video.
So that was some pretty interesting test results. I was very wrong. I really thought everybody would instantly go for the OLED panel, but obviously when you introduce something like 4K into the picture, some people just generally like the sharpness better. Not to mention, Mini LED does technically have a higher peak brightness, so I think 4K combined with just a really bright monitor made people kind of think that that was the better looking monitor.
And with everyone just talking about OLED this and OLED that, Mini LED is getting cheaper and cheaper, and you're getting panels that are 4K, and let's not forget, there are 1440p Mini LED monitors that are even better price performance versus a standard OLED. So if you do find yourself after this video considering Mini LED when maybe you were shopping for an OLED and you're waiting to save up a bit of money, you definitely could shop for a Mini LED today and get good performance based on the experiment we did today. It's not a perfect experiment, there's a lot of different input from different gamers out there, but I want to hear from you guys. What do you think? Would you buy a higher resolution Mini LED panel, or would you go 1440p OLED? Let us know in the comments down below.
And as always, we hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure you check out our other 2 YouTube channels and also our twitch.tv/ToastyBros. Do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
See you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.
Now, if you're gonna shop for either type of these monitors, OLED, Mini LED, or generic panel, we got them all at PCBros.tech.
If you guys didn't know, we have a storefront in Louisville, Kentucky, where you can walk in and buy monitors we feature here on the YouTube channel, and a bunch of other cool stuff like peripherals and, of course, gaming PCs. Use code ToastyBros on checkout. You will save 3% on your next purchase. See you guys later. Goodbye.